What's going on, YouTube? Um, just delivered my load here, and only one problem. If you're watching this video, um, I hope you have a blessed day, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about what happened today. Stay tuned. Busy here today, so check this out. Um, I had one return. Reason there was some I think the armpit or something was dirty. I was like, man, if there's anything in the meat, they will reject the product. I mean, quality as far as quality wise here, man. I mean, nothing goes by without them checking every single detail on the meat. So that's a good thing, though. I mean, we're eating good quality meat. So, anyways, we're gonna stop there. I just gotta do my logs here and get ready to get out of here and hit the road. So hopefully the sound will be better now. Guess what I did? I paired up my Blue Parrot into the camera because I was so tired of talking to you guys. And that thing is all muffled. And, you know, you could hear the reefer, you could hear the engine, you could hear the outside, even though the windows were closed. Uh, but not my voice. I was like, man, I was checking up for microphones, this and that, and I was checking the camera. I was like, why don't you pair up with your Bluetooth? And I was like, oh yeah, I have the AirPods for my cell phone. I'll leave the Blue Parrot for the camera. Yeah, I didn't even think why I didn't, how the hell I didn't think about that before. Where in the hell? But yeah, here we are. So I have the reefer going on, and I have all this kind of noise in here. Um, because the reefer vibrates like crazy. It purrs like a kitty. So let's hear the sound and see if he worked out. Let's do our logs. Get ready to get out of here. Do our pre-trip and everything. And I'll see you guys soon. We are back, YouTube. We're back here, and at least now you guys can hear me better. Um, I was just messing with the camera and trying to get the best setup for like sound settings. Couldn't find anything good. With all the noise, all the wind, and everything, it's really hard to the microphones from the camera to capture what I'm saying. So then I had this idea of hooking up my Blue Parrot to the camera. And actually worked out fine. I mean, if you guys can hear me now, that means he worked out. We're cruising along Sacramento here right now. We just dropped that load. We have one return. They had something in the meat. Still hanging up there though. But since that happened, we have the reefer on for one carcass. So that's how it goes. So we got to go back there, return this, do our paperwork over there, and drop this trailer, hook up to another one, and come back with our last load of the week. If you're new to the channel, my name is Eddie Hall. I'm your boy Eddie Hall, and we're going to be talking about various stuff, various things with you guys, especially trucks, For those who want to be a truck driver, the new drivers, the rookies, if you want to come into trucking And if you're expecting that you're going to be making all this money, you're going to become rich by working or having one truck, forget about it. Ain't going to happen. One truck is too limited. But you can make a really good living with one truck. And I say that all the time, you know. Unless if you want to go ahead and go crazy and buy 20 trucks, you know, then you're going to be rich. Because, you know, all the revenue that you are going to be making with all those trucks. But you gotta find drivers, good drivers, and they're not out there. Trust me, the good ones are taken. You know, I hear a lot of stories. Just the other day, somebody was asking me why I don't have anybody in the truck with me, like a trainee. I said, hell no. I'm not gonna share my space with anybody. As you know, if it's my wife, if it's your wife, your fiance, your girlfriend, whatever, your son, your father, then it might work. But when you're sharing your little space here, it looks big, right? But it boils down to you put two guys in here, man. This shit looks small. You know, it feels small at least. You know. And I hear crazy stories, man, especially from the drivers from Prime. I always, you know, I'm always watching them, and I hear stories, man, crazy stories. So yeah, that's a no for me. I've been a solo driver all my life, and that's how I want to be. You know, I can't share my space, especially like this tiny space. I can't share with anybody else. That's just me. But like, let's say if I work for a company and they hire me as a trainer, then you know it's kind of like a mindset. You know, if I know I'm gonna be the trainer, then I don't mind. But in my truck, no. You just driving here and somebody else is sleeping there and snoring and shit, and you're just trying to get your stuff together, and you know, nah, too much. They get up, oh, can you stop here? Can you stop there? I gotta go, whatever. I mean, at least here I do my time, you know. I stop whenever I want to stop and I do my thing. I don't even have a dog here, even though I love dogs and cats and everything. But, you know, if you have an animal here, you're already sharing your space. Then you gotta stop every 2 hours. You gotta do your thing. And if you're in a hurry, how are you gonna do that? So it's just my personal opinion. You know, I love seeing dogs and trucks, animals at all. I mean, I've seen it all. I've seen birds. You know, I love seeing it. But I tried a little dog here, it didn't work out. I didn't try cats. I tried a little dog and it didn't work out. So that was the bottom line for me. Like, hey, man, that's not meant to be for you. But oh well. You know, I get to enjoy everybody else's dog. Look outside, you see a freaking sheep. Just like the other day at the truck stop. Yeah, the guy had a freaking parrot. I mean, imagine birds, dude. If you have a bird over here, by the time you go take a shower, you come back to the truck, man, there's shit all over the place. Nah. But oh well, you know. But yeah, sharing my space here, that's a no-no. I'm not a big fan of that. Especially when you don't know who the person is, you know? And then you hear stories, man. Wasn't like I think it happened a few months ago or a year ago. Trainee stabbed the trainers, or the trainer stabbed the trainee, some shit like that. Yeah, I heard that thing. I was like, oh man, imagine you're sleeping there. A guy comes down from the bunk or comes out of here and stab your ass to death. Oh no. Every time you're sharing your space, man, you're dealing with somebody you have no clue. It's, I don't know, it's weird. We are approaching a wait station. This wait station here is located at Roseville area here in California. So we have this one here, and then by the state line in Nevada, we have inspection site that we got to go through. And then after that, we get two wait stations on 95, but usually they're closed by the time I get there. I know they're always open in the morning, but most of the time they're closed when I get there in the evening. Yeah, we're not too far away from the scale. We're about like half a mile. Usually I get green light. We'll find out today. Whenever you're searching for trucking companies and stuff, be very careful. There's so many out there, but not too many are that great. I got lucky. I'm working with a company that really take care of me. So, you know, I hear stories. You know, I know. You know, a lot of companies, they promise you the world, and they give you nothing. So, be very careful. Just make sure you do your homework, like I did. Choose the right one, like I did, and you're gonna be just fine. You know, if you love trucking, you're gonna be just fine. And we're gonna see if you're gonna be fine here. If we get a green light, then that means we're gonna be fine for now. If we get a red light, we're not gonna be so fine. Or we might get a fine. Who knows? Let's see, we just went over the sensor, and now the wait station is gonna tell us the truth. Come on, boy, green light. Got green light. Now we're gonna merge here. Oh well. The scale is closed, so I have to get a green light. If your company has a good score, then you always get green light. You know, if you're, you know, the company has drivers that went through inspection and they did good, then usually you get green light. Whenever you start getting a red light in your bypass, man, that means somebody's not doing their job. You know, you might be doing a great job, but somebody else in your company is driving not so well or didn't pass inspection, and then the company score goes down, and then you start getting red light too. You know, as far as right now, we get green light every time. So here in California, speed limit is like 55, and guess what? I go 55. I go speed limit. It's not worth it to just get a ticket, a speeding ticket, for like what, 5-6 miles more than the speed limit. So I just bide my time, go speed limit, and on top of that, I get a great fuel mileage. You know, especially this truck, I get great fuel mileage with this truck. We're talking about, I just did a video on Instagram yesterday, and if you guys are following me here, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram too. It's Eddie Hall, you know, EDDIE, and then Hall, it's HAUL, Eddie Hall on Instagram, talking about fuel mileage. So you have this instant fuel mileage here. The more you keep this up, like in the 14, 16, the more, the better fuel mileage you're gonna get at the end of the trip, you know. So I did a full round trip in my route here, and by the time I was done, so I drove a little bit over 1,100 miles, and I got 9.2 miles per gallon at the end. So if you get a good truck that gives you a good fuel mileage, and if you know how to work your truck, your equipment, you can get great fuel mileage out of your truck. You know, that saves you a lot of money. And nowadays, I mean, the rates are not paying that great, so the less fuel you use, the more money goes to your pocket. It's not time for hammer down now. Hammer down days are gone, long gone. You know, unless if you do like some different, if you work with different type of equipment, you know. I mean, I'm talking for myself here. You know, I haul reefer. But let's say you go ahead and say, hey, but I hammer down. I drive a step deck or a lowboy or whatever, RGN, and my rates are great. Then good for you. Then you can hammer down still. But here, us in the reefer or dry van or flatbeds, I don't think so. Oh, that's my dream truck right here, but guys, it's a W9, W900. That's a dream truck. It looks like it's still gonna be my dreams only. Yeah, but I dream. That truck is one truck that I dream of. You know, don't get me wrong. I love the Kenworth, the T680. I love it. You know, I like the space inside and everything. The fuel mileage. I love everything about this truck. But like, if you ask me what is your dream truck, I would say the W900s. I don't think nobody ever made such a beautiful truck. You know, and then they have the Pete's, the 389s, the 379s. But man, the Kenworth, the W9. It's because when I was young, we're talking about 5, 6, 7 years old. My dad had trucks, and you know, like the calendar, all the calendars every year, it was all about trucks, and most of them were like black Kenworth or a red one, all Kenworth, the W9s. So that got stuck in my head, you know. So that's the truck of my dreams, if you ask me. Anyways, you guys, we're about 20 minutes to go to over Donner Pass, and so this video doesn't get too long. So we're gonna finish for here. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Hopefully my microphone is working properly now, and you guys can hear me better. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.